Hey, welcome. It's your girl, D Linus, coming to you with another video. I hope you enjoy this one. It's gonna be a touchy topic. Uh, I believe I could be wrong, but you let me know in the description, or I should say in the comment section. So, at this time of year, where everybody is partaking in these holidays, and this is for the Christians out there that partake in these holidays. And I'm talking about the ones who they basically would be like, hey, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. And don't get me wrong, listen, none of us is perfect. Let me put that out there. None of us is perfect. We all have issues, we all have stuff we stay working on. And that's the beautiful thing about this walk with Christ, is a daily walk. You take it one day at a time. So again, I want to say again, let me put it this way. I'm not here judging, I'm just here asking. Okay, this is a serious question I've had since I have read the Bible for myself. And for me, when I read it, no place in there talks about where Jesus actually partaken or celebrated anything, let's say Father's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas, New Year's, none of that. And it's been a question that I've asked people around me who said it was Christian even before I actually decided to give my life to Christ, get baptized, be born, and walk in this walk. I want to say 6 years now. I want to say, I'm not 100% sure. But it's just a serious question that I want to get some serious feedback. And again, this is no judgment, but I'm just asking. No part in the Bible states that. And if you say you're a follower according to the Bible, and again, some people want to say, "Ooh, the Bible has been rewritten," and listen, we're not here for all of that. You want to stay believing what you want to believe, that's your choice. I'm not here to try to change you either. I'm just asking those who say they're followers of Christ according to the Bible, why are we still partaking in these holidays if no place in the Bible stated that he did it? If we being true followers, this is my question. Because for me, when I read the Bible for myself, and that's another thing I like to tell people, read it for yourself, form that communication and that relationship with him for yourself, not for people. And just don't go to a church and hear what the pastor or those are preaching up there and then say, "Oh, I fulfilled my dosage for the week," so to speak. But really, read it for yourself. I mean, really form that genuine relationship with him, and everything will be unfolded to you as it should be unfolded to you, based on your understanding, or I should say your level in which you are, that he know that you could take. Whatever amount he know that you can handle is what he's gonna give you. And as you gradually be serious and continue with it, you're gonna grow and mature and learn other stuff. Again, this is a everyday, one day at a time walk for the rest of your life on this earth. And hopefully when judgment day come, you'll be there for all eternity. So this is no judgment, but this is a serious conversation and a serious question that I've been having for others as well. Like I say, those who've said it was Christian and been doing it before me, at least. And I really wanted to know, why are you still doing the things that the Bible clearly shows you're not supposed to be doing? He didn't do. And that's the thing though, because when you think on it, there are, and not just I think, when you look and you read, there are high holy days in which he was celebrating and partaking. And my question is, are you doing those high holy days as well as these man-made holidays, or are you just doing the man-made holidays and you choose not to do the high holy days? And if that's the case, then are you really following Christ? Or are you still doing the same thing you want to do? Or are we doing like what a lot of us do from time to time? We pick and choose what we want to do, what we want to follow. And I'm bringing this to you again. This ain't a judgment, but it's something I really honestly would like to have a conversation, because there's a lot of YouTubers and stuff that I watch that say they's Christian and stuff like that, and they're speaking this talk and they're talking the talk, and some of them appears to be walking the walk. But again, as we all know, on YouTube you could just show people what you want them to see and not the real thing. But that's the beautiful thing about the Most High through his Son Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You can't hide nothing from him. So you can hide from me, you can hide from the world, but you can't hide from him. So he's seen and he knows who really is his and who's doing. And again, none of us is perfect. We are going to be saved by grace, but not because you're saved by grace that means you continue doing the things then that is not right. And basically, when you're doing these other holidays, man-made, you are basically following other gods. And the Bible tells you that. The Bible tells you that. So again, this is for those who have read the Bible for themselves, say that these followers of Jesus Christ of Nazareth according to the Bible. Why are we still doing these holidays? Just a question. Just a serious question. And I have those, like I said, I've asked those around me, and they basically tell me because that's what they're accustomed. Yeah, but isn't that part of the whole reason in following Christ? Because you stop doing what you're accustomed and you start doing what's right according to him. Because now it's not what you want, what you think, what you feel. It's what he says. Point blank. Some of us may struggle in getting to that place, but for those who are not even struggling because they're not even trying, because in their head this is one thing he's gonna be okay with. You don't know that, and they like to tell you, oh, God know my heart. That's that's the best line. He knows my heart. Yeah, but that don't stop you from being punished for the things that you do. It don't stop you. And you have the part where he says that you can't have nobody before him, not even your kids. So some would say, oh, it's because it's the kids and I don't want him to feel left out. He don't want to hear that, because now you're teaching your kids wrong. You're teaching your kids right there at that moment to go against God, to not actually be obedient to his laws and his rules and his commandments. Think about it. So when you have a child, you want to teach them the right thing to do so that they remain doing the right thing. But if you're teaching them wrong and then want to expect them to do the right thing, that could be confusing for a child. And I'm speaking from experience, so nobody don't come after me. And I'm not saying I was perfect either, because I used to be celebrating those things. I used to be celebrating Christmas. Don't talk about my birthday. Don't talk about my birthday. But when I choose this walk, I choose to give up all the fleshly things, all the things that he says not right in his eyes. I give it up. Am I saying I'm perfect? No. But I gave up. And I don't feel I'm missing nothing or losing nothing. I see the blessings. I see the blessings. And I still had an issue where, and my kids are grown. My kids are grown. But I had to explain to them as well. Hey, I'm walking this walk. Don't expect this from me anymore. Don't expect that from me anymore. I'm no longer doing X, Y, and Z. LMNOP, QRS. And as grown as they are, the oldest one especially, eternally, you don't spoil us. So you're gonna have to give us time to get used to this new you. And I was like, I ain't gotta do nothing besides serve the one true living God through his only begotten son Jesus Christ. I ain't gotta do nothing. But I understand what he meant, and I respected his view on the situation. And right now we're good. So none of them know, don't come and expect none of these things from me, because I'm not in that life anymore. I'm not. And I ain't partaking in it. And I'm gonna tell you, when you choose this walk, you're gonna experience some stuff, especially from family members too, because they ain't accustomed to you with this. They don't see you for how many years doing what you were doing. Now you're telling them you no longer do such and such. But for me, I have those who respect. They respect me to understand I'm not doing this, so they don't disrespect me by doing some stuff. And some people be like, okay, but you gotta give them time to get accustomed, and that's true. But for me, this is how I see it. If I'm your friend, if I'm your family member, and you come to me and you say, hey, I don't do this anymore, so don't X, Y, and Z anymore, and don't expect X, Y, and Z anymore, I'm gonna make note of it. Why? Because I value the relationship we have. I love you and I respect you. So I'm gonna make note of it so I don't make the mistake and be doing the things that you say you no longer do. Now, I know if I tell you today, it's gonna take time for you to grasp it and understand it. But you see, when years have passed, years, and you're still doing it, I don't look at it as, oh, you forget, because we all know, and let's keep it real, people remember what they want to remember. People do what they want to do, and people don't do what they don't want to do. But you see, what you're not going to do is take liberty with me when it comes to that. Because when it comes to that, and don't get me wrong, I know you're going to say, yeah, but God said you forgive 70 times 77, or, I don't have the scriptures them down in pack to be reading them out to you and knowing them off the top of my head. That's something I still need working on, and I'm working on. But what I'm saying is, if you love me, you respect me, and you value our relationship, friendship, you're gonna remember. You're gonna remember if you choose to. But hey, just know, even if we're at a distance, I still love you. Even if we're not as how we used to be, I still have love for you. It ain't going no place. See, when I tell someone I love them, I truly do. But I could love you from a distance if I have to. And it's all good. Ain't no hatred, animosity, none of that. But I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real with you. So, for those of you who say you're Christian and you're following Christ according to the Bible, hit me up in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know where you at with my question that I asked. Like, why? Why would you still be celebrating these things if no place in the Bible states that he celebrated them? And are you celebrating the high holy days in which he, the Most High, through his Son Jesus Christ of Nazareth, told us we ought to be doing yearly? And even to the that just brought it back, even to the 7-day Sabbath, the 10 commandments. Some people be like, oh, I don't know where to start. Okay, you have the 10 commandments. You're saying thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not this, thou shalt not. Okay, fine. Whatever happened to the on the 7th day, keep it holy. In that you shall do no work, no buying and spending. You're supposed to rest. Are we doing that? As Christians, as saying we are followers of Christ? And don't play smart and say you don't know what is the 7th day. And your 7th day is different from my 7th day. If we followers of Christ, there's no such thing. All of us have the same 7th day in which he talks about. And you could look at the calendar and see. You could look at the calendar and see what is the 7th day. And another thing that in reading the Bible, where I always thought midnight starts the next day. Not according to Christ. Not according to the Most High through his Son Jesus Christ of Nazareth. The next day starts at the going down of the sun. So whenever is the going down of the sun, you know the time. According to the Most High through his Son, that starts the next day. And you notice, even when you read in the Bible, he never even had a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It was the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day. And it amazes me when I take and I see some of the high holy days in which we are supposed to be honoring as Christians, the man-made holidays mixing right with it, or either comes before it or right after it. And I remember when I first read the Bible, I was so angry. I was like, so what are they doing? They're laughing in God's face. They're like, oh, these is your people, and I have them doing everything other than doing what they're supposed to be doing according to you being their God. And bear in mind, I'm talking about the one true living God who has his only one begotten Son, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, according to the Bible. Because we all know that word G-O-D, so many of us have different things considering it to be. So that's why I'm being specific, saying the one true living God whose only begotten Son is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Yeah, that's how technical I get. Because the first thing they say is, oh, there wasn't any J, it's not Jesus. Okay, it's Christ, Messiah. Then they will be like, oh, so many other religions out there. First of all, I don't do religion either. I read the Bible, and no place in the Bible talks about 7-day, Pentecostal, Methodist, Anglican, Moravian, Catholic, none of it. So which again, religion, man-made. Because if you stick to just reading the Bible and following the Bible based on what has been revealed to you through Christ, you'll be on the right path. But if you start to pick and choose what you want to pick and choose, you're going down the wrong path. And again, this is not no judgment to no one. This is not me judging anyone, because I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. I'm doing this daily just like you. I have fights just like you. I have stuff that I need to work on just like you, so we are all on the same page. But I still have that question that I just would like those that are Christians that are still partaking in these holidays, these man-made holidays, that once you read the Bible and you get the understanding, it tells you that that's honoring other gods. That's, you're following other gods. Why are you still doing it? And if this is the area in which you're weak, this is the beautiful part. You go on your knees and you ask, you pray. Lord Jesus, help me. Help me to only walk the walk as you intended it. Help me to be a true follower of the Most High, through you. Because you are my teacher. You are my teacher. And I want to do things right according to your will, not mine. And he will do it. But you got to be all sincere. You got to be with sincerity. You have to really mean what you say and say what you mean. Ain't that funny? I grew up learning that. I want to say from my dad. My dad used to be like, he was not, he don't play. Listen, he was not playing. You better say what you mean and mean what you say. And listen, you ain't just talking it. You better show it in your actions. May he sleep in peace. That was my lion. Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you he was perfect either, because I'm pretty sure he had stuff that I don't know about that my mom could tell me about. But I'm not asking, because that's not my business. But as a father, he taught me some lessons. He showed me some stuff by the way how he moved, the way how he spoke. Listen. That was a blessing right there. That was a blessing right there. And some of the things that he taught me stay with me, and I taught it to my sons. And that's one of the main things I always put in my son. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Let your actions support the words that come out your mouth. Be very mindful what you're saying, and especially to kids. Don't you promise kids stuff and you know you're not going to follow through with it. Because then you're leaving them with an imprint that's going to carry on with them for the rest of their life. And how they handle it, you will see it as they mature and grow older. And again, I speak from experience, because I sure had a lot of people promising me things and telling me things. And listen, from time I know myself, I was one of those people. Listen, if I'm for you, I'm for you. I mean, listen, nobody can talk foolishness about you and I'm around, because I'm defending. But as you get older, and as a child, you don't know better. So because you're a child, you really trust in the words that come out of these people's mouth, not realizing not all of them mean what they say and say what they mean. Some of them play a game, but you as a child, you didn't know this. But as you get older and you're seeing it, ooh, it gives such a bad taste in your mouth towards that person, that is only as you get older you realize you gotta forgive them. You gotta understand why they did what they did. You don't have to like it, but you come to grips with it. For me, I remember reaching a point in my life where I wrote a letter to everyone that impacted my childhood, whether it was whether it was a positive or negative. Well, let me take that back. I have one person I have yet to talk to or express. God hasn't put that on me yet to do. When it happens, it happens. But I remember I wrote a letter to a lot of people expressing to them the impact that they had on my childhood, whether it was a positive or negative. And I didn't do it with hatred or animosity. I think that was the Lord telling me, you know what, you gotta share these things in order to move forward and grow. And it was for the betterment of me, not so much them. And it was a good feel to where I implemented the same thing to my sons. I tell them, I let them know, listen, you gotta express and release the things that are on you. Because if you're holding it in, you're impacting your future. You're gonna cause things to happen to you that shouldn't happen to you, and you're gonna be hurting a lot more, or even hurt someone else based on the stuff that you might be still holding on to. So you gotta release it. But that's another topic for another video. Yeah, the next video I think that's what I'm gonna do. The impact that was placed upon you as a child, whether it be positive or negative. So you keep it locked, and you'll see me again. Subscribe, comment. Don't forget, we're having a conversation. This is no judgment. It's a conversation. I really would like to know. Until next time. Oh, I forgot to tell you about my shirt. So this is another one that I made. It says, "This world is an illusion." I'll put the link to my store in the description box. So therefore, you'll be able to click on it and see if you see anything that you like. You could go ahead and purchase. But until next time, I'll see you when I see you. Keep it locked. And remember, this is a station, or I should say a TV, or a channel, a podcast, however you want to call it, with real contents, with real situation, real conversation, nothing scripted, and we're doing everything in nothing but what? Love. Because that's all I got for you. Nothing but love. Until next time, you enjoy. Be good.